Well, here we go. Bout number 3 for Corey Scott. Another young fighter early on into his professional career. And bout number 87 for Jake Pollard out of Bradford, who just throws a big wild left hook there to kick this bout off. This one scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds.
Nice bright start by Scott. Nice right hand landed by Pollard.
But these two are getting straight down to business early on. Corey Scott started by sinking a couple of strong right hands in there, Lee, and then Pollard returned with a couple of his own.
Yeah, great start there by the boys, straight off. Scott, a nice stiff jab. Right landing.
Last time Corey Scott boxed here, you and I were sat next to each other, and he had to endure a few minutes of a power cut, if you remember rightly, fighting Steve Live Wire Maguire.
Yeah, I remember it.
Something something to experience, that was for sure. Let's hope none of that happens tonight. And this is a good, powerful, busy start from Corey Scott.
And he's messed Jake Pollard's hair up in this first round.
That was all part of the game plan, Lee. Scott was whipping in these left hooks to the body, then following them up with a right hand upstairs. So far, the majority of those are just landed on the arms and the gloves of the experienced Pollard.
Nice stiff jab though by Corey. For anyone watching out there, he did the best shot in boxing, in my opinion. It was a nice stiff jab.
And that was good there from Scott. He slipped one of the right hands from Pollard and then came through with a really vicious left hook under the right elbow of his opponent.
Landing again with the right hook right on Mr. Pollard's tattoo. It's a bit dishevelled.
Pollard just pushing Scott into the ropes just above our commentary position here ringside. He's an aggressive fighter, is Scott. Every punch he throws, Lee, he throws with real venom.
Yeah, bad intentions. It's the third time I've watched him. Is it your second time, Darren?
Second time I've seen him. Was impressed last time, and impressed in this opening round is the pace hasn't slowed down, and he bites down in his gum shield and just drives those punches home. And as he made his entrance to the ring earlier on, you could hear a lot of people screaming Chorley. Those Chorley boxing fans seem to follow those fighters around everywhere they go, and Jack Catterall is another Chorley fighter who's always had good support. But a very good opening round there for Corey Scott. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, a great opening round. You know, if we're looking now at Mr. Pollard, he looks a little bit, his hair's all over the place. I'm joking about that, but he does look a bit dishevelled. Looks a little bit bruised up around the face there. He's definitely been caught with great straight shots, great hooks. Couple of uppercuts in there. Came back to the Chorley thing. The Jennings brothers, Dave in the corner there, Mick, you know, for Mick Alcotto back in the day. And he's got one Palmer in Matty Palmer in the corner. They've got a great gym up there, the Jennings amateur boxer gym in Chorley. Stars come out of it.
Well, Corey Scott in good company in his boxing gym, and most definitely in his corner as well. And he kicks this round off in the same way that he kicked the last round off, aggressive, coming out with that double jab and driving in those punches into the midsection. And that left hook from Scott just thuds, a big thudding sound under the right elbow of Pollard, who just tucks up and then catches Scott with that left hand.
Jake Pollard has been stopped 4 times in his 85 defeats. I've seen before, when people start getting tough on him, he starts toughening up himself, get a bit tenacious, nice guard. He doesn't like getting hit. just come back with some big bombs of his own.
You've got to wonder whether that hair is going to start causing a problem for Pollard, and we might see a Paulie Malignaggi situation where they need to snip it in the corner, Lee. What do you reckon?
Yeah, he could snip off. I could borrow it for the night.
Very good. Nice right hand over the top there from Scott, and every time he lands with a decent shot, the crowd let him know that they appreciate it. But there was a couple of good returns there from Pollard, who's not letting Scott have it all his own way.
Yeah, certainly, Darren. As I said earlier, once he gets it, he does reply with shots. He doesn't back off. It makes him come forward.
Real nice whipping right hand over the top from Scott, and he seems to love that left hook to the body. It's just how much and how many of those can Pollard take, and these away corner fighters are as tough as they come.
Made his debut in 2018, and he had his solitary win over Lewis Smithson in the York Hall Bethnal Green in July 2023. Good work again by Scott.
Nice jab there from Pollard, which snuck through the centre of the guard of Scott, but he just gets straight down to business. And I watched a bit of footage of him sparring on the VIP Boxing YouTube channel, and they don't muck around in that gym. They really get down to it. It's like a proper fight when they're sparring. They are genuinely training in the same way that they want to fight, and this is good action from both fighters. But Scott just putting the pressure on a little bit more than Pollard is.
Yeah, he's working well. Pollard's meeting him though, but he's getting outworked off Corey Scott, the 21-year-old from Chorley.
Have you got that after 2 rounds, Lee?
2 rounds for Scott.
I agree with that. Corey Scott, definitely the more aggressive fighter. We got some action replay here. Throws a good lead screw shot, does Corey Scott, and he is very good at whipping in those shots to the body as well. Not that we saw any in that replay, but that has been a key factor for him, hasn't it? He leans in and then he digs those shots in one after another when he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, there on the replays there, a good change of angle. He pivots off to the left from the right, and pivots off to the right from the left, comes back with the shots again. Good work. Takes a lot of time and effort to work that out.
And already, Scott is one of those fighters who you can tell, it doesn't matter that this is his 3rd professional bout, he leaves it in there when he walks back to that corner every time. He doesn't seem to leave anything left, which is good. It's great, it's entertainment, and that's why many people are already calling him Mr. Entertainment, and it'll be interesting to see how his career progresses.
A great shot there, landed a tattoo. Pollard complaining about it. As you said though, Darren, I like to see a young prospect, a couple of fights under his belt, or even debutants, coming out there and showing us what they've got, showing us what their intention is, rather than just going through, tip-tapping a journeyman and getting the points with.
Couldn't agree more with you, Lee. I think that's what this is all about. You want to grab people's attention, then you need to do something to do that.
Yeah,
and Corey Scott is doing plenty of it, whatever that is.
Totally agree with that, Darren, as well. And you want to watch someone who's coming out to show you something, to hurt someone, to knock them out. Not someone to come tip-tap and mess about, hardly throwing punches, just win on points.
I've got to say, in this round so far, Pollard is the one who's been more on the front foot than Scott. He's trying to put it on him a little bit more.
So the referee, Scott's using his elbow, or forearm, I should say.
He does push off with that forearm a bit, and he will, unless the referee tells him not to. Good shot selection from Scott. Nasty right hand came back there from Pollard, just skimmed the forehead of Scott, who is completely unfazed and is just consistently just been plugging away, shot after shot, jab after jab. But Pollard reminds Scott that he's there every time. That there's a tiny break in the action, he gives him one to say, I'm still here and you're going to have to do something about it. And that was a good left hand there from Pollard, and I think that shook Scott up a tiny bit there, caught him off guard, just as we were talking about that very thing.
Yeah, nice left hook landed.
He wasn't hurt by any means, but I think it just caught him by surprise. A good right hand to the body to finish that round from Scott.
I think that's 3 in the bank for Corey Scott.
He's cruising to a comfortable points decision, in our opinion, at ringside. Be interested to know what you guys at home are thinking. I'm sure you can put it in the comments section. And whether you're watching on the Boxing News YouTube channel or the VIP Boxing YouTube channel, make sure you give those a like and a subscribe. It's the way the boxing's going now, Lee. You can access almost any show these days, can't you? It's great if you're a boxing fan because there's just so much of it and it's so easy to access it.
Yeah, rather than back in the day you had to attend all the shows or on Sky.
But the big shows would be on the big broadcasting channels.
But you didn't get to see the smaller fighters on the road, only the big ones.
You don't, and getting to follow a young fighter's journey from the start is a good thing. Nice lead uppercut there, nice short lead uppercut through the middle of the guard there from Scott. He throws that so lovely. Pollard still just walks forward with very small steps, with his hands high.
He's a tough man.
And he just waves Scott to kind of come forward a little bit more, and these two are giving the crowd a little bit of their money's worth, aren't they?
Yeah. Good second fight of the night, this.
So wow. The referee nearly got caught with that one.
Really can't move. Take Pollard, marching on forward. Good work again by Scott.
You can see how Pollard's only ever been stopped four times in 87 fights, because he just doesn't really go anywhere, does he? And he's been caught cleanly with quite a few shots. He seems to just sort of shake him off, gets his head back in the game and gets back to business. And that was a decent right hand from Pollard. Good double left hook from Pollard. Good head movement, changing the levels there from Scott. He does that well as well. I think Scott is most comfortable when he's fighting mid-range and even more comfortable when he's fighting inside the pocket, isn't he, Lee?
Yeah, good inside fighter. But he started off with a good job, though, Darren. He's now choosing to stay close, but Pollard is coming on to him, though. Pollard is closing the gap and making it possible to keep it at range.
He's not really giving him a choice, is he? He's just kind of stepping on his toes and saying, this is where we're gonna box. And Pollard really trying to rough up young Corey Scott here. and make his life difficult. We're going to the last 10 seconds of this round and this fight, and Scott has been very impressive in my opinion, very aggressive, good shot selection, showing that he can box that range on that jab, as you just said, Lee, but also how he can mix it up comfortably when he has to fight in the pocket. And good to see the two fighters having a conversation there afterwards. I'm sure Pollard is giving him a few tips and tricks and things he's seen in the past that he could work on.
I think it'd be very interesting to listen what he actually said there. Maybe we can get interviewing him. What did he say to me over the fight?
It's something you see quite often actually, is those kind of experienced away corner fighters just having a chat with the young up and coming ones, saying you're good at this and you need to work on this and whatever else it is. It's a very common occurrence. You're almost like a tutor as well as an opponent. But we believe we know how this one's going, and the referee will just get the two fighters together, and our MC Bobby Blundell is ready with a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please have a big round of applause for both of our boxers. After 4 rounds, we go to our referee table on scorecard, which means 40 points to 36 in favor of your winner. Still undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, please, a big round of applause for Jake Pollard.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.